Taehyung didn't pull away. His eyes, dark and unreadable, remained locked into his grey frame as if he was afraid you to vanish. Your heart pounded. You could feel the heart ready from him, the slow rise and fall of his chest, the unspoken word lingering between you. You should step back. You should remind him and yourself that this wasn't real, that you were here to take care of him, not for him, but your body betrayed you. You stay still, even when his finger ghosted over your cheek, even when his thumb brushed against your bottom lip, even when his breath ran across your skin. You didn't move. And that terrified you because you were falling and there was no one to catch you. A soft knock at the door shattered the moment you stand a step back, the spell breaking as reality crashed down on you. Taehyung found looking almost frustrated. Before he could say anything, Jimin's voice came from the other side. When are you awake? You quickly composed yourself, inhaling deeply before responding. Yeah, I am here. Jimin pushed the door open, his sharp gaze instantly freaking between you and Taehyung. His eyes narrowed sharply as he said nothing about the tension that is still lingering in the air. Instead, he signed, rubbing the back of his neck. I need to talk to you, he said. It's modern. You shallow heart, nothing okay. Nodding okay, Taehyung grip tightened around your waist. You looked down at him, his expression unreadable, but there was something possessive in the way he held into you, something that sent a shiver down your spine. I will be back, you whispered, squeezing his hand assuredly before gently pulling away. Taehyung didn't respond, but his eyes never left you, even as you walked out of the room, even as the door closed behind you. Jimin led you downstairs away from the ears of Kim family. Once he was sure no one could hear, he turned to you, his expression serious. I talked to doctor again. Your heart clenched and he extended deeply. She said, there is a process. Your stomach twist process. That mean he will regain his memory soon, When this world around you felt like it was closing at you. Had known this was coming. You had always known the thing would eventually return to the ruthless CEO he once was, and when that happened, you would no longer belong in his life. You forced a smile. That's good, right? He found it. Is it? You blinked. What do you mean? He hesitated. I have been watching him. One, he's not the same as before. Even in this stage, there is something different about him, and I think he stopped himself, shaking his head. You felt a lump from in your throat. Jimin, what are you trying to say? He sighed. I think a part of him remember you. Maybe not consciously, but deep down your breath hitched. No, that wasn't possible. If he remember you even a little, then what would happen when he come normal again? Would he still know? You couldn't let yourself hope. You couldn't afford to. Jimin studied your face before stepping closer, his voice soft. And what about mine? You sniffed. What about me? Jimin, I searched yours. You are falling for him, ain't you? You open your mouth, but no word came out because denying it felt like a lie and accepting it felt like a death sentence. He signed when he returned to normal, he won't remember any of this. He won't remember holding your hand, looking at you like you are his entire world, protecting you like you are the only thing that matters. You swallow the lump in your throat. I know, you whispered. Then why? Because he need me right now. You interrupt, voice shaking, and if this is all I can ever have of him, then I will take it. Jimin's expression softened, but he didn't argue because he knew you had already made your choice, even if it destroys you in the end. You returned to Taehyung's room with a heavy heart. Jimin's word haunted you. When he returned to normal, he won't remember any of this, but you pushed the thought away, focusing on the present. From now, Taehyung still needed you, and that was enough. Or at least that's why you told yourself when you stepped inside. Taehyung was sitting by the window staring at the night sky. His back was tense, his hand gripping the inch of his seat. He was upset. You could feel it. You hesitated before walking toward him. Then you called softly. He didn't respond. You sat beside him, carefully placing your hand over his. Are you mad at me? His finger twisted under your touch, but I still didn't speak. A pang of heart hit you. Slowly he turned his head, his eyes meeting yours, and then the moment you saw them, your breath catch. He looked heartbroken, as if he knew something you didn't. Your chest aching. What's wrong? He finally spoke, voice quiet. You are going to leave me, ain't you? Your entire body snipped. What? His grip on your hand tightened. I heard you and Jimin talking. Your lips parted in shock. Taehyung wasn't supposed to understand these things. He wasn't supposed to be aware. But he was. Your heart pounded. You are going to leave me when I get better. He cut you off, his voice less with a betrayal. Tear burned your eyes. I suddenly pull you closer, his forehead pressing against your. Don't, he whispered. Don't go, your hand trembled. This wasn't supposed to happen. You wasn't supposed to be mean anything to him, but he was clinging to you like you were his lifeline. And you couldn't lie to him. Gently you placed your hand on his cheek, your thumb brushing over his skin. You mumbled, I am here right now. His breath hitched. But will you stay? He asked, his voice breaking. You didn't answer. Because you didn't know how to. Instead, you closed the distance between you, pressing the soft kiss to his forehead. He froze, your lips clinging to just for a moment before you pulled away, breaking back tears. Your lips clinging for just a moment before you pull away, blinking back tears. I will take care of you as long as I can, you whispered. I promise. He didn't speak, but his arms wrapped around you, holding you so tight it hurt, and for the first time you let yourself fall, even though you knew there was no one to catch you in the. Thing didn't let go of you that night. His arms were wrapped around you like he was afraid you would disappear. His breath was slow, his heartbeat steady against your chest. You held him back, feeling the warmth of his body, knowing this moment was temporary, knowing that once he regained himself, none of this would matter. You let yourself stay in his embrace at a little longer because in this moment he was yours, even if you didn't realize it. The next morning, you woke up to an empty bed. For a brief second, panic surged through you, but then you saw him. He was sitting at the small desk near the window, a coloring book in his front of him. His head was tightened in concentration. His finger gripped a crayon tightly. A soft smile tugged at your lips. You are up early, you mumbled. He lifted his head, his eyes immediately locked into yours. There was something unreadable in his gaze, something almost different. I didn't want to wake you, he said softly. Your heart clenched. He was changing. Little by little, he was returning to world new. As soon as he wouldn't need you anymore, shaking the thought away, you pushed yourself, walking toward him. What are you drawing? You asked, picking at the coloring book. He hesitated before flipping the page to show you. Your breath catch. It was you, a simple sketch of you sitting beside him, smiling. The color were rough, the smile shaky, but it was unshakable. You shallow heart. He looked at you, his expression serious. I don't want you to leave, he said, your throat tightened. Before you could say anything, a loud knock interrupted you. You turned just as the door swung open, revealing Minjin and Jun. Their sharp eyes flicking between the two of you, their lip color in disgust. Minjin scoffed. So, this is what you have been doing, clinging to my brother like some desperate girl. She's meek, pathetic. Did you really think you did have a place in this family? You sniffed, but before you could respond, Taehyung stood up. His jaw was clenched, his hand balled into fist. Get out, he ordered. Minjin smirked better. I said get out. His voice was sharper this time. For the first time, his sister truly shocked. You are defending her, she sneaked. She's nothing. Just a maid caretaker. She's mine, he snapped. Silence. Your eyes wandered. Did he really just... Minjin's expression darkened. You don't even know what you are saying. You are sick. And when you get better, you will realize how ridiculous this was that she turned on her heel and stormed out. Jun followed behind her. The door slammed shut. You shallow heart, turning back to them. He was breathing heavily, his hands shaking slightly. Before you could finish, she turned to you, his gaze burning. Don't listen to them, he said. You hesitated, but... I mean it, when he interrupted, his finger reached for your, gripping them tightly. I don't care what they say. I don't care what anyone say. His voice softened. I just want you to stay. Your heart achy. He didn't understand. He didn't realize that one day he would care. That when he returned to normal, when he was the could see you again, this moment would mean nothing. You bite your lips, fighting the tears waiting to fall. Okay, you whisper, and just for now, Just for this moment, you let yourself blink in the light. Kim Mansion was lively today. Min Jin had invited their friend over for lunch, filling the house with laughter, clicking glasses, and quiet whisper of the people who belong to a world you would never part of this. You were in the background as always, making sure that Taehyung was comfortable. He sat beside you, close enough that your hand brushed every now and then. You didn't pay much attention to anyone. His gaze searched for you, but then she arrived, Hana. Tall, beautiful, draped in a designer cloth, her presence commanded attention, and she only had eyes for Taehyung. Your stomach twisted the moment she sat across from him. Oh my God! Then she gasped, her hand reaching to out of touch his arm. It's been so long. You have gone even more handsome. He frowned slightly, shifting away from her touch. I don't know you. A sharp pang of satisfaction shot through you, but Hana only giggled, flicking her hair over her shoulder. That's okay, we were childhood friends. Your sister talked about you all the time. I just had to come to see you. She leaned in closer. You don't remember, but we were really close. You watched finger cleaning into your dress. Jane smirked, throwing you an unknown look. And we looked stunning together. She finished, biting her lashes. Your heart clenched. Of course, this was the type of woman who belonged with him. Someone who, from his world, someone his family would approve of. Not you, not an orphan girl who had been hired to take care of him. A lump from in your throat, you dropped gaze, forcing yourself to breathe. What did you accept? That this would last forever? That he would still need you when he was back to normal? You were nothing but a passing presence in his life, nothing more. You blinked back, the string of tears, looking up again, only to freeze. Taehyung was staring at you, not at Hana, not at anyone else, only you. His form were slightly fawn, as if he could feel your pain, as if he knew exactly what you were thinking. But before you could say anything, Hana reached out again. Her finger grazed his hand. Taehyung flinched, and then he turned to you. Without hesitation, he pulled you closer, his arm wrapped protectively around your waist. Your breath harsh. Don't touch me, he said cloney to Hana. The entire table went silent. John's smirk fell. Minjin's eyes widened. Hana looked at shocked. His grip tightened on you. He leaned in, whispering, You are not leaving me. Your heart stopped. He knew. He felt it. You doubt your pain, your silent goodbye, and he refused to let you go. That night you couldn't sleep. His word echoed in your mind. You are not leaving me, he said with so much certainty, like he was already decided your place in his life. But he didn't understand. He didn't understand that one day he would wake up and see you for what you really were. Just a caretaker. Just a girl from a world far beyond this. You turned in bed, staring at the ceiling, your heart aching. What did it happen? When did your heart start beating for him in the way it shouldn't? Was it the way he held your hand? Was it scared? Was it the way he searched for you in the room full of people? Was it the way he always clung to you like you were his the only safe place? You let out a shaky breath, gripping the blanket tightly. You had been fooling yourself. You thought you could take care of him without getting attached. You thought you could give him love without expecting anything in return. But now your heart was breaking in the way you never thought possible. Because no matter how much you loved him, he would never love you back, not truly. Not when he returned to the cold, powerful CEO he was before. A bitter laugh escaped your lip. What were you been even thinking? That a man like a man for wealth, power and prestige would choose you. You pressed a hand to your chest as if he could stop aching. You are not leaving me. His voice was so desperate, so sincere, but you knew the truth only clung to you because he was lost, because right now you were the only constant in his world. One day he would wake up, look at you, realize you didn't belong to his side, and what that day come, you would have to walk away even if it destroy you.